Good morning students, this is your ET faculty Mahesh. Today in our electrical technician course, we are going to study about paper 1, that is electrical machines and power systems. In this, we have already started our first unit, DC generator. In previous class, we have discussed about commutator, brushes, bearings or end plates, air filter or fan, and shaft. Okay. If you have any doubts regarding these topics, you please watch the previous class video. Now coming to today's topic, types of armature winding. What is armature winding? Armature winding is a winding which is wounded on the armature core is said to be armature winding. The ends of the armature winding is connected to commutator segment with the help of soldering. Okay, with the help of soldering, the windings are connected to commutator. The ends of the windings are connected to commutator segments. Okay, here armature winding is wounded in two types. First one is lap winding, second one is wave winding. Depending upon the uh, application of the generator, we are going to use lap winding and wave winding. Here the picture of simplex lap winding. Okay, here you can see the one end of the red color and green color are two conductors. One end of the conductor is connected to commutator segment and next end is connected to starting end of the another conductor, and these both junction is connected to again commutator segment, and the other end of the conductor is connected to commutator segment. Here number of parallel paths will be more in the lap winding. Okay, lap winding construction generally used for application of high current and low voltage purposes. Wherever we require high current and low voltage uh, generator, we are going to construct the generator in lap winding. Here here the lap winding on armature core, you can see on armature core. Okay, next wave winding. Here this here we are having only two ends connected on the segment. Okay, this is the construction of wave binding. It is on same like wave structure. Okay, here in lap winding we are having number of parallel paths, but here we are having only two parallel paths. The two ends are connected to the commutator segment. This wave binding is used for application of high voltage and low current purposes. Okay, wherever we require high voltage and low current generator, we are going to use wave winding on that generator. Here is the wave winding wounded on the commutator segment on the armature core to connected to the commutator segment. Here is a comparison between lap winding and wave winding. First, we'll see the lap winding. The finishing end of one coil is connected to the commutator and the adjacent coil is under the same pole and so on. Okay, the finishing end of the one coil is finished, end is connected to commutator segment. Okay, the end of the conductor is connected to commutator segment, and the adjacent coil means the nearby side coil is connected under the same pole. The starting conductor's pole, okay, it is connected to the same pole of the first conductor, and likewise the winding is wounded. Here in wave winding, the coil side is not connected back. Coil side is not connected back but progressed forward. Okay, here the coil is not connected to back. It is same like a wave shape. Okay, next, number of parallel paths equal to number of poles. Okay, if the generator is having number of poles, suppose number of poles is equal to 4, then the number of parallel paths will be 4. Okay, lap winding parallel paths depends upon the number of poles of the generator. In wave winding, number of parallel paths is always 2. Okay, here number of parallel paths is always 2. It does not depend upon the number of poles. Poles are nothing but north pole and south pole, poles of the generator. Next, here A is equal to number of parallel paths and P is number of poles. Okay, number of brushes is equal to number of poles. Okay, number of brushes are used to collect the current from the commutator. Okay, how many number of brushes are connected to the commutator in lap winding construction generator is equal to number of, depends upon the number of poles. If the number of poles are 4, then the brushes will be 4. Okay, here number of brushes is equal to 2, like same like parallel paths. Number of brushes, if wave winding is having number of poles is equal to 6 or number of poles is equal to 8, wherever it is, how many it is, but the number of brushes and the number of parallel paths will always remains 2. Fourth point, it supplies low voltage high current machines. Okay, wherever we require low voltage high currents, we are going to use lap winding constructed generator. In wave winding, it supplies high voltage low current loads. Wherever we required high voltage low current loads, we will go for wave winding constructed generator. Okay, in fifth point, YR is equal to YB minus YF. Here YB is equal to back pitch and YF is front pitch. Here YR is equal to YB plus YF. Okay, second, YA is equal to YB plus YF by 2, and here YA is equal to Z plus 2 by P. Z is equal to number of conductors and P is equal to number of poles. Okay, these formulas is not going to use in this syllabus, but in future uh, you will be using these formulas for construction of generator. In our electrical technician course, this fifth and sixth formulas are not going to, we are not going to use in uh, our electrical technician course syllabus. Okay, okay, this is the comparison between lap winding and wave winding. In next class, we are going to discuss about EMF equation and some problems regarding EMF equation. Okay, I hope you would understand the today's topic, and if you have any doubts, you please comment below this video so that I can explain your doubts. If, thanks for watching today's class.